Hello survivors! Why is it that when you build a base, the loot room tends to look something like this? Lots of lockers, all grouped up. Surely they're the best type of storage because everyone uses them. What if I told you they aren't the best storage, and everything you know about bases is wrong? Well, maybe not everything. In order to figure out which storage is actually the best, we need to take into consideration the 4 qualities that a storage has: health, number of slots, cost of crafting, and physical space a storage takes up. Some math is involved, so for those of you that are not interested in the analytical side of this channel and are willing to follow my data blindly, skip to the last 30 seconds of this video to see my conclusions. First, we need to test their health in a practical way. Charges are the most used type of explosive, and as you can all see, all types of storages are destroyed in only one charge, so health will not be used in these comparisons. I am now going to explain the math behind these calculations so that others can repeat it. Other examples will be much more brief than this next example. The locker is a 6x6, 36 slot lockable storage that costs 7.5 scrap to craft. It costs this much because it takes 2 scrap to make 1 metal sheet and 1 scrap to make 2 metal bars. I get the ratio of slots to scrap by dividing the 2, giving me 4.8 slots per scrap. That means that every scrap you use to make a locker will yield 4.8 slots. Next is wooden crates. Pine has 12.39 slots per log, maple 10.84 slots per log, and birch 9.29 slots per log. Just as a general rule, pine storages will always have more storage than its other wood counterparts. The formula in yellow is the formula used to determine the cost of storages. Metal counters provide 5.6 slots per scrap, pine 11.08 slots per log, maple 9.23 slots per log, and birch 7.39 slots per log. Metal wardrobes provide 4 slots per scrap, pine 10.25 slots per log, maple 8.78 slots per log, and birch 7.32 slots per log. Metal rifle racks have a ratio of 2 slots per scrap, and all other wood 6.02 slots per log. And when you thought that we found the most inefficient storage, you were wrong. And now it's the worst storage's turn. Metal trophy cases also provide 2 slots per scrap, while all other wooden trophy cases only give 5.46 slots per log. For shits and giggles, I added the 2 metal storages that cannot be locked. Fridges give 3.68 slots per scrap, while coolers provide 4 slots per scrap. And now, for the moment we've all been waiting for, the efficiency awards. On the metal side of things, the metal counter takes home the gold, with the locker coming in second and the cooler the third. For wooden storages, pine crates reign victorious while pine counters are second and maple crates third. If you have scrap metal, I would suggest using it on metal counters because they will give you more bang for your buck. And if you have pine logs, spend it on the crate and use other types of wood for your base, as they all get destroyed in one charge, as shown in the last video. Let's indulge a hypothetical. Imagine tomorrow Nelson adds a new type of storage called the Space Needle. This storage is the same size as the one shown on screen and provides 50 slots for a low crafting cost of 1 scrap. You might say, "Hold Baker, that storage is the best. It is super efficient just like you taught me in your video." I would have to tell you that it is not the best because of its size. Same goes the opposite way. Imagine tomorrow Nelson also adds another new type of storage called a hollowed out book. This book has 36 slots and costs 7.5 scrap to craft. It has the same 4.8 slots per scrap of a locker, but it is smaller, so it is a better type of storage. Same efficiency, smaller physical size. So, now knowing that physical size is important, we need to test the real storage's sizes. And in Unturned, we have no accurate unit of measurement, so I will be making one. The distance between these 2 pillars will be known from now on as a unit. In order to make it a unit of volume, we need it to be in 3 dimensions. So, this 1x1 house will now be known as 1 cubic unit. We will see how many of each type of storage we can fit in the cubic unit by placing storages in the length, width, and height and multiplying those numbers together to get volume. I will only be testing one type of each type of storage as they share the same hitboxes. I was able to fit 4 lockers in length, 4 lockers in width, and about 2.5 lockers in height, giving us 40 containers fit inside one cubic unit. Multiply that number with the number of slots that specific container has, 36 in the case of a locker, and you get the number of slots per cubic unit. For counters, I managed to squeeze 5 by 3 by 4, or 60 containers into one cubic unit. As for wardrobes, I fit 6 by 4 by 1 and a third, giving us 31.92 containers fit in one cubic unit. I will be skipping trophy cases, fridges, coolers, as those would add boring time to the video. Check the spreadsheet for their stats. I certainly saved the best for last with the rifle rack. I was able to fit 9 by 24 by 11, giving us 2,376 racks in only one cubic unit. This is 23,760 slots in a 1 by 1 base. For those of you that don't understand the magnitude of that number of slots, in order to get that number of slots with lockers, it would take 660 lockers. Welcome back, people who skipped blindly past my testing. In short, do not use the locker, but rather the metal cabinet, as it gives you more slots per scrap. Also, if you would like to make a base all around guarding one room, fill that room with rifle racks, as you can store 23,760 slots in just one cubic unit. Oh yeah, I also invented a measurement. If you guys liked this video, please do not forget to subscribe and share it with all your friends. If you guys have a suggestion for the next video or a critique, please leave it down in the comment section below. As always, there is my data compiled in a spreadsheet in the description box. Have a good one.